really good explosive fun is what we need. Chat, it's Brandon time. The Brandon time. Playing around with the M79 Thumper. Chat, it is grenade launcher time. Can you think of a better palate cleanser than watching Brandon blow shit up with the Thumper? This gonna be good. Let's fucking go.
Grenade launchers are based.
Yep.
Whether it's the underbarrel M203 or the 40mm MGLs that we all saw in Transformers and thought, damn, I need to enlist, Americans have been using 40mm grenade launchers for the better part of a century, slinging giant hunks of get at things we don't like. But of all the grenade launchers under God's blue heaven, you'd be hard-pressed to find one more iconic than the M79, aka the Thumper, aka the Bloop Tube. The M79 has been featured in some of the most legendary films of all time.
Thank you for the follow. Oh, and Bat Boy and Bryn the Degenerate, thank you both for the follows.
The Bloop Tube. The M79 has been featured in some of the most legendary films of all time, from Terminator 2 Judgment Day to Apocalypse Now to Call of Duty, whatever, but everybody knows.
Okay, yes, I'm pausing Brandon a lot. T2 is the first time I ever saw the Thumper, and god damn it, till I go, oh, I want that grenade launcher. That was the first time when Arnold pulled out that M79 in T2. In particular, the moment in T2 where he pulled out that Thumper, leveled it at the T1000, and said, "Hasta la vista, baby," and then thumped her. Sheer cinema. Right fucking there. And that was the first time that I'd ever seen the Thumper, and goddamn, I still love it to this day. Oh god, do I love it to this day. I just know that you really can't fire it one-handed like Arnie can, but still fucking love it.
Knows it for its iconic sound, which is how it got its nickname, because it sounds like this. Bloop. And today we got a variety of loads for this thing. We're just gonna have a little bit of fun and test out what's clearly one of the sexiest guns of all time. And learn a little bit of history along the way so you can tell your parents that this is educational.
Unfortunately, chat, I have a bad feeling we're not gonna get to see the explosive rounds. Unfortunately, we're probably going to be seeing inerts, maybe shotgun rounds. I don't think we're going to get any actual 40 Mike grenades. OS. Ed Noob Dude, thank you for the follow, by the way. However, one thing I do think he's going to use is a shotgun round. I suspect he's using a, he'll load a shotgun round, which was, because I actually had, Fermentado, thank you for the follow also. I had a member of my family that actually served in Vietnam, and one of the weapons that they carried in Vietnam was the M79. But they didn't carry it with explosive rounds. They carried it with shotgun rounds. And they actually used it basically as a 40mm shotgun versus as an actual grenade launcher. So these things make very effective shotguns.
First round up, what we've been shooting all day so far is these little blue boys. These are your 40mm chalk rounds, affectionately referred to as chalkies.
So for those who don't know, chalk rounds are these little blue guys. They're basically practice grenades, and instead of having a high explosive warhead, they're filled with orange chalk to mark where your grenade impacted. So if you're firing it at distance, you see the big plume of orange and you can see exactly where you hit. Now while they aren't designed to explode, and not necessarily designed to kill people either, I still don't think I'd want to be shot with one, because it's still a pretty heavy chunk of ass heading your way.
So we got the chalk round loaded, and we're gonna see exactly how well this thing would do as an office self-defense weapon. That's my person, I don't know you. Holy fuck.
That was nice. No high, but I would have liked to see more dead on hit. That's still pretty good hit.
Let's see where that hit.
Nice.
Oh shit, it actually hit toward the bottom. Well, you know what they say. Close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, or launched grenades. I remember growing up my dad talking about this thing because of Apocalypse Now, which I was far too young to watch at the time. And if you've never seen Apocalypse Now, you're probably the kind of guy who's not even subscribed. Frankly.
Yeah, the Apocalypse Now scene, if you guys... How many of you guys have seen the M79 scene in Apocalypse Now? Yeah, the scene, it's actually, the M79 only makes a very brief appearance in Apocalypse Now. It's only like maybe, what, a 5-minute scene where Martin Sheen's character is, oh, you have a raid? Oh shit, we have a raid! Georgian Gangsta, thank you for the raid on Kick. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that a raid happened. Welcome in. Oh, there it is. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi. Welcome in. If this is your first time joining, hello. Yeah, I know. I'm sure it is, Molten. I'm excited. I'm sorry. The mic peaks when I'm excited. Greer. Okay. Hello, Greer. Welcome in. How's your stream? Did you have a lovely time on stream today? I did notice, but what did you guys do today on stream? I hope it was have fun. I do hope it was have fun. But welcome in. Good. I'm glad to hear that. For those of you that don't know me, hi, I'm Ember. There's my introduction. I yap a lot. That's my thing. I yap a lot. We're doing React videos, so we're checking out, Hat in Time. Never heard of that game. Interesting. I hope you had fun playing it. Master Game Hawk, thank you for the follow, by the way. So yeah, I yap a lot, I talk a lot. I do React videos. We're doing React video now. We're checking out Brandon playing around with the M79 Thumper grenade launcher. And what I was talking about is the M79 appeared at Molten Stop. Thank you, Greer. Thank you very much. And by the way, Grave Ronin and Helium One, thank you both for the follows also. Thank you very much. But yeah, the scene in question is like a merchant's character is, trying to work his way through the jungle, and he comes across a platoon, and it's at night. And like it was kind of showcasing just like how both dialed in and fucked in the head the soldiers were in Vietnam, that this guy had an M79 and they could hear the North Vietnamese in the woodbine, and and the guy is just standing there. He's just like standing there, like just looking up at the sky, just like kind of blankly. And his buddy's like, "You want me to pop a flare so you can see him?" And the guy's like, "No, I'm good. I can hear them. I can hear exactly where they are." And then like blindly just fires the Thumper. And you hear it explode and you hear screams of the North Vietnamese that he just killed. Like that is the extent of the scene where the M79 Thumper is. It made a much bigger appearance in T2. It definitely caught prominence in Hollywood based on its use in T2. What are you talking about? Oh, the emails. Oh, Leo, that's an excellent question. If the chalk round would be good for home defense. If Brandon can get a hit on a target more centrally versus in the corner, it would be a better judge of whether or not the chalk round would be good for home defense. I'd like to see it against a non-steel target to see what kind of damage it can facilitate against a target. And let's see if he does that.
It's just embarrassing. Seriously, add it to your Amazon Prime list tonight. Right after you subscribe. That you can do now. Eli, you ever get to fuck with grenade launchers over?
Revan, a real 40mm? Yes, it does. The question is, does the chalk round? That's the question. Is like if you were to fire a real 40mm explosive round, absolutely yes, it would penetrate. The chalk round might not be the chalk round might disintegrate or poof much easier than the explosive round. So.
Iraq?
No, just the 203, but not one of these. Dear God, these
are Eli.
Fucking beautiful.
I heard they still issued them to some guys, or some dudes took them over.
I bet it was the soft guys, if anyone. I mean, they are.
It's kind of a vibe.
Just walking in. If you're a bad guy and you see a dude coming in with this on his side, you ain't fucking around.
The original, like the Spooky Boys in Vietnam, like the SEALs and the Delta Boys, like the OG stuff, or well, MACV-SOG. Those guys would have like the cut down. It was like a pistol version of those, like a sawn-off Thumper.
Holy fuck! Okay, that is insane. That is fucking insane. That is a sawed-off version of the M79. Like, the range on that probably sucks in comparison. That, like, you're not getting the same level of range, to be sure, but holy crap. Imagine somebody whipping this pistol out. You would shit yourself if you saw this pointed at you. Yeah, I know it'd be great for shotgun use, absolutely.
Like a sawn-off Thumper.
Which this is very sawed off already, which is wild. Also, yeah, you just see Tiger Stripe in these in Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
Just going and just
It's Drip or Drown, Spider-Man.
God, they're so beautiful.
They had, I think it was one of the guys who was on the Bin Laden raid. I was hearing that he had one of the cut-down ones just on his kit. Which...
Hi, Typhoon.
I mean, fuck it.
I just kick one through the second story because bad guys might be in there.
Yeah.
They were in there. 100% bad guys were in there. Verified.
Fuck that guy in particular.
War crime.
I mean...
That window looked at me weird.
I wasn't there. Well, fuck yeah, man. You want to shoot one?
I would love to.
Here you go.
Thank you, good sir.
Oh, here we go. Damn! Hold up. Hold on. Hold up. I'm going to move because you guys deserve to see that in full motion before we get into the slow-mo. Watch this. No.
That would suck getting shot by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was a good hit.
Oh, my friend, that is beautiful.
Imagine just breaking.
And yes, Eli actually dead center that son of a bitch. Holy hell. So, Revan, to answer your question, yes. The chalk round very well might be an outstanding home defense weapon. Or round, I should say. It might be actually I want to see the damage it did to the sign. But based on the way it fucking flipped that sign, it might be a very good home defense round. It could.
Into what you think is a normal house in Texas, and you just get chalked in the goddamn sternum.
Shatter your ribs.
Oh, what's that? Trouble breathing?
That doesn't sound like a 12 gauge.
It's pretty hearing safe, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I got like a little bit of
crazy about it. It's very hearing safe.
I got like a little bit of like ear squeegees, but like I don't really feel like I need them. Oh yeah, definitely adjusted that way better because I was aiming first off.
Down. Look at that fucking dent. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. M79 with a chalk round, definitely good for home defense. Absolutely. Because if some bad guy breaks into your home, even if you did not just break his fucking ribs, he's gonna immediately either cheat TFO or go, I'm done, call the police, I do not want to fuck with you, I will go to jail. You're no bad guy, even if they're coked out of their gourd, is walking away from that very easily. Holy fuck, that's glorious.
Like right here, and then apparently I hit right up there in the top corner. I just inverted the sign. It's not like the sign has like an arrow on it telling me which way it was pointing originally. Crazy. I told Eli to aim a little bit lower and then
sure, Robin, but they use them for
the
mostly for tear
upper part
gas.
of the middle. Look at how much this just punched through a steel sign.
God damn.
Like that almost punctured. You could see where the steel is ripping on this side.
God damn, that's good.
The way that mists out on impact, I'd love to fill one of these with like red chalk just for like a blood splatter effect.
Oh, it looks so. It would actually be a
Raven.
really dope
Nice.
effect on it.
Okay, Raven, in your experience, what is it like to? Okay, 2 questions. Number 1, how much recoil does the Thumper have? Because it looks like it doesn't actually have all that much recoil at all. And number 2, how loud is it? Because according to Brandon, it's like, you know, it's not loud at all. He said he had a couple little ear squeegees, whatever that means. But it seems like it's a firearm or a weapon that you can fire without needing to worry about ear protection. Like you don't necessarily need ear pro to fire this. And it'll still fuck shit up gloriously. Can you confirm or deny, please? No recoil and just sounds like a semi-loud bump. Yep. That sounds like an outstanding home defense weapon, especially with the right round loaded into it. Oh, believer, me too. I would love to see Scott hit this thing, hit some ballistic gel dummies with various rounds from this. I would love Scott, I don't know if you watch my channel. I don't know if you watch my screen. Scott, I'm begging you, please, do an M79 video and actually showcase the different rounds this thing can shoot, the non-explosive ones. Showcase what this thing can do to a ballistic gel dummy, Scott. Please, I and the Strays beg of you, we would love to see this. Please, Scott, please, I'll be your best friend. And Crim's Empire, thank you for the follow, by the way.
Use it on a ballistic dummy on a black screen.
Oh yeah.
Dude, just put that in a
Wait, what do you
for
want to
like
say?
a blood splatter effect.
Oh, it looks so. It would actually be a really dope effect on a. Use it on a ballistic dummy on a black screen.
Oh yeah.
Dude, just put that in a lot of shots. Just this sheer burst. If that was red. Damn, that's hitting hard.
I'm not even sure I'd tell Houston to do that. That's like less lethal in the same way that the AM-180 is less lethal. It's like, yeah, it's less lethal than a shotgun, but not by a lot.
Now there's a ton of different projectiles that you can use for 40mm, obviously, as we're demonstrating. One of the others that gets used a lot is smoke grenades, which again, while not designed to kill, I would not want to get hit with one, which is actually the second kind of smoke.
Well, Molten, if you really want to leash me, there is a channel point reward for that.
If people want something for display, you can get one in airsoft form, shoot off balls, and foam rounds.
Robo, we don't want it simply for display. We want it for home defense, as the founding fathers intended. Ha 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 ha! And Maha, thank you for the follow also.
Not designed to kill, I would not want to get
Raven.
hit with
Okay,
one,
that's
which is actually
very
the
low
second kind
recoil.
of smoking that can kill you. The first, of course, being, well, you know. But if that's a habit that you have that you're looking to quit, maybe try checking out our partners over at Fume. Fume is a flavored air device that is designed to help people move away from vaping. And because there's no vapor to it, you can do it anywhere.
You'll get
There's no
5,000
nicotine, no harmful chemicals, just flavor that's
or
designed.
Molten, you'll get 5,000 soon enough, or maybe you can cajole one of your fellow strays into doing it. You know, whisper some sweet nothings into one of your fellow strays' ears that have been here for a while.
You can shoot off balls. I'm intrigued.
But Andrea, I don't want to shoot off balls. Balls can be quite useful for things. You know, I'm a big fan of balls. I don't want them shot off. I want them nice and functional. Drax, why are you gonna say such things to me? Are you gonna get me all worked up? Stop it!
Designed to help mitigate that oral fixation. And the little vent at the bottom has a little magnetic clicker thing on it, which is good for fidgeting, which I just now realized I've been doing the entire ad. I hate when the read calls me out like that.
Toto Turtle, I reject.
I'm still doing it. They got a bunch of flavors to choose from. I personally prefer the mint. It's pretty basic, hard to go wrong with that. But over 500,000 people have already made the switch to Fume as part of their habit-changing journey. And if you're ready to take that step, no time like the present. And for a limited time, if you order the Journey Pack using code Brandon Herrera, one word, no space, you'll get a free Fume topper, an accessory to help level up your experience. But click the link down below at tryfume.com/Brandon Herrera, or scan the QR code on the screen to get yours today. Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring the video. Also, shout out the boys over at sdi.edu. If you're trying to get your start in gunsmithing or weapons technology and you're really just not sure where to start, consider checking them out.
Yeah, and Raven, you are absolutely correct. I know you're responding to Shadows, but you are absolutely correct. The Thumper came out before the 203. So the Thumper was issued, I think it first saw service in Vietnam, if I'm remembering correctly. And then the Army said, okay, well, we like the Thumper. We like the ability to send a 40mm grenade at an enemy, but it's annoying for our soldiers to have to carry two weapons. Their M16 and the Thumper. And so what they did is the Army developed the M203, which is the underbarrel 40mm grenade launcher, which is still in service today. And I think they developed a newer version, you guys said. What was it? What was the successor to the M203? You guys mentioned it. I'm not familiar with it, but there is a successor to the M203, I believe you said. That I think may now be the current issued one. The M320 from HK, that could be the 320. Okay, so the M320 is the successor. Although I do think the 203 is still in service, Rebin. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but is not the 203 still in service at some duty stations? That it hasn't been completely phased out yet. And so that's the basic. That's the base. Carried M79. Soldiers were coding. You know what, Rebel? I think you're right. I think I misspoke when they said M16 and M79. I do believe I misspoke. Yes. The law was used. And I know you're talking to Raven. I can't remember if the law came into play during Vietnam or after Vietnam. I'm trying to remember if the law actually was in play then or afterwards. I don't remember. 203, wait, the 1911 is still in service? I thought the 1911 got replaced by the M92. I was not aware that the 1911 was actually still in service in modern military. I had no idea. Molten, if I could pick, well, okay. If I could pick any gun that I've used in the past and is proven to me, it would be my Kimber. I would want my Kimber Ultra Carry back again. I would love to have my Kimber Ultra Carry again. However, I would be very willing to try out one of the new, more modern 2011s and give them a shot and see if I like that. I mean, I might very well like the 2011s more than I like my Ultra Carry. I love my Ultra Carry because it is the 1911 style. It is a compact 1911, and I definitely prefer the 1911. But I've never had the opportunity to try a 2011, so I would certainly be willing to try out a 2011 to see if I like it in comparison to a 1911. Because I may like that just as much. Because it's the same general style, it's just got the larger grip to accommodate the double stack magazine, or, as opposed to a single stack magazine. And the reason why I love the Kimber so much is, chat, in case it's not obvious, I have small hands. And so with small hands, the Kimber Ultra Carry fit my hand perfectly. It was a small, compact 45 that fit my hand perfectly. So I don't know if the 2011 would fit my hand as well as my Kimber Ultra Carry Compact would. But I would still be more than willing to give it a try if I ever get the opportunity to. And as I said, who knows? I might love the 2011. I might absolutely love it. I don't know.
If you're trying to get your start in gunsmithing or weapons technology and you're really just not sure where to start, consider checking them out down in the links in the description and in the pinned comment.
But like the idea of carrying like a cut down one, like on your plate carrier, or like I guess back in the day, like your chest rig or some shit, that's already like a little sketch, just tromping through the forest with like a loaded fucking HE round in here. You ready to make it worse?
Yes.
This thing's got a neat little feature where you can just delete the trigger guard.
You just,
oh my God.
So you just hit that button and you could just swivel it out of the way in either direction.
Why?
I don't make sure.
So now you're just,
and then it just gets snagged when you pull. This is how bad that would be. You just get off, you pull this very easily into, you bump that and then it's just hanging out willy-nilly and you're like, huh. And then click, boom. Dude, that's so fucking dope and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, we're just gonna put that trigger guard back.
What was the purpose of that?
Funny.
Good question.
I really don't know.
When you have a gun, like a gun maker, and you're like, I have no idea what purpose that serves.
I am speed.
Anyhow, guys, time to learn a little history about the M79 Thumper. The M79 was first developed as part of a weapons project.
I'm trying to tell, okay, Raven, you might know this as you are experienced with the it's for wearing gloves? Ah, thank you, Raven. So as Raven pointed out, the purpose for deleting the trigger guard is if you're in an environment and you are wearing gloves, which does make perfect sense. Thank you, Raven. Context. Wonderful. I love it. And Raven, furthermore, I was going to ask you, is this right here the safety? Because I noticed there's no safety down here. So is this little, what looks like a slide piece right here, a slide toggle, is this the safety for it? Yes, it is. Oh, Wolfie, are you familiar with it too? Okay. Okay, I figured it was, but I just wanted confirmation. That's all.
Started a few years after the end of World War II. The idea was to give more firepower to the infantrymen. Basically a mortar, but far more man-portable, which ultimately led to this being adopted in 1960. It was a smash hit with soldiers, especially those who were the corn-fed country boy type, who already grew up shooting shotguns because a lot of the manual of arms is very familiar. As you can see here, like most single-shot or double-barrel shotguns, it's got a little lever that you just push open to the side, and then the gun essentially breaks in half, allowing you to pull out the old cartridge and shove in a new one. So once we put our round in, close it back up, and the action of just dropping the barrel and then closing it back up will automatically put the gun on safety. Now to take it off of safety, we flip this little lever forward and we are ready to fire. We also have our sight here. This is set to, pretty close range. But if you wanted to really reach out and touch somebody or car,
oh, good night, Pina. Have a wonderful night.
We have a flip-up sight that can take us out to 375 meters or yards. I don't really know. Doesn't matter. It's a fucking grenade. This thing really got famous during Vietnam. And as stated before, a lot of these special forces groups, the MACV-SOG boys, they chop them down super short. A, because it was, lighter, more portable. B, because it looks drippy as hell. And
suffer my curse.
No. My slap. I will take your curse and I will make it my own.
I would love to have 3 of them Blackbeard style. Anyhow, it was a smash hit in Vietnam and has been used in conflicts all over the globe since. And it's because of its simplicity, its ease of use, its relatively lightweight, and the fact that every soldier fucking loves it, that it is still in use by the US military to this day.
The milk challenge. Are you gonna drink? We're chugging milk and running.
Hell yeah. On a nice hot day, I'm gonna chug this entire gallon of milk and you're gonna shoot me with a 40 mil. No. Because
this should be
Saturdays
great.
are for the boys.
Why am I running in the heat? Just spraying milk out your fucking.
Definitely, you
Just
will.
take a round to the ass afterwards.
What we are going to do is try to show effect on target with 3 different rounds. So we've got the chalk round, a non-lethal, and a really lethal. This is, I believe they call it the Hornets nest. It's a 40 millimeter subcal insert that fires a shitload of 22 long rifle cartridges, effectively turning the Thumper into a giant fucking shotgun. I've never fired one of these before,
I can't
so I'm
wait
really
for
looking
that
forward
one.
to it. But first, to give some context, let's see what this would do. We don't have, a willing participant because Houston Jones couldn't make it to the phone. So we're gonna see what the chalk does against the milk. We're gonna see what the non-lethal does. Simulate some, I don't know, LA tourism. And then we're gonna move up to the good stuff. Got milk? Oh,
Ooh, that looked good.
did that go through it?
Yeah, it fucking right through it.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck, it did. Full pen. Holy shit. Hold up. So the fuck up. Now, it looked like he might have caught on the... I can't tell if he caught on the corner. It went through it, though. Okay. You were asking, would it be good for stopping a home intruder? Yeah. Damn Skippy would be good for it.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
shit, that went straight through.
Dude, look at the dirt just get turned up from the. God damn, do you see how much dirt got kicked up?
No.
Dude, like if that's what wild. That was the soft one?
No, that was
chalk.
the chalk.
Okay, yeah, that was the.
I'm curious what the the actual less lethal one is going to do.
Look at the dirt bleeding. That still hit the dirt with some ass.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. Can I shoot it?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. So I'll give it to you.
I mean, just
God, Jake's getting in a lot of Brandon's video. Jake is getting in more and more of Brandon's videos lately. This is awesome. For those of you who don't know, Jake is the lawyer for Pepperbox TV. He is also the lawyer, and I don't know if he's still a producer for the Corridor Digital Special Effects Studio. That's where I first knew him from. Is when he was working with Corridor Digital. I know he's still their lawyer. I don't know if he's still a producer for Corridor though. But yeah, I love seeing Jake. He's awesome.
just like
He
this.
is their
mean,
lawyer
you can
still,
if you want.
Kaibo, but
It's your land,
I
man.
wasn't sure about
You,
being a producer.
If you're comfortable with it. I mean,
Wait,
yeah,
what do you
fuck
say?
yeah, man. That's why I give it to you.
I mean, just like this.
I mean, you can if you want. It's your land, man. You're comfortable with it.
Hey, Jake looks
Safety's
suspiciously.
got to be off first.
Jake
Where'd
looks
it go?
suspiciously like Trout.
No idea.
Did you track it?
I would.
that way.
A long way?
Yeah, it went.
Yeah.
It's like
Dozy screwdriver. Oh, cool.
you got a good relationship with your neighbors, right?
I do actually. Yeah. That's Mr.
You
Fade that
did.
lives
You
over
did.
there.
Have a good relationship.
All we hear is
On the plus side, if he just broke a window, at least Jake knows a good lawyer.
Ooh. Now this is a B&T non-lethal riot control round. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news lately, but non-lethal is in the public vernacular again. And whether you're left, right, Democrat, Republican, whatever.
Actually, hold up. Brandon, I do have to offer a correction on this because particularly in law enforcement, the words non-lethal are not used. It is less lethal. The law enforcement very specifically teaches its officers never to use the term non-lethal in terms of their toolkit, it is always less lethal, because even something that can be that is not designed to be lethal. No, he said non-lethal, Kaibo.
Control round. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news lately, but non-lethal is in the public vernacular.
Non-lethal. They always say less lethal because, for fuck's sake, even like, I remember once hearing something, why say less lethal instead of non-lethal is essentially a CYA kind of thing. Because even if something is designed to be less lethal, it can still cause someone to die. If it's used inappropriately, if the tool hits someone in just the right spot, it still can be lethal. And I've heard everything from, like the taser could potentially cause heart arrhythmia and someone to suffer from a heart attack if they have a heart condition. I know with like pepper spray that the police use does not come out as like a mist like you would get in the civilian versions, some of the civilian versions of it. It comes out as a stream, and the amount of force that comes out can actually have the effect of an aquatic needle, is the expression I've heard. So if a police officer uses pepper spray really close to someone's face, it can actually punch through a person's eye because of the amount of force that stream is coming out at, because it's highly pressurized. So because you can anything, even if it's designed not to be lethal, can still result in someone's untimely death. That's why they call it less lethal, because anything can cause someone to unfortunately die if used inappropriately. And so they use less lethal as a CYA. So if it ever has to go to court, if you use the expression, which, bearing in mind, I fully appreciate this is very stupid. If you end up going into like a civil court and you are approached by a sleazy lawyer who basically says, who's quoting you by calling something non-lethal, the sleazebag lawyer can come out and go, well, if it's non-lethal, then how did my client's sister, brother, husband, uncle, cousin, friend die as a result of your use of this, quote, non-lethal tool? So it's a CYA, and that's why they call it less lethal. It's, effectively speaking, it's to basically so the lawyers don't, the lawyers for the police departments don't shit themselves when it comes to any court cases involving the less lethal firearms or tools. Excuse me, not firearms, but the less lethal tools. So that's all it is. It's CYA, legalese, bullshit, because people are so fucking lawsuit happy when it comes to the police doing their jobs and utilizing the tools at their disposal to not try to end someone's life. And sometimes situations occur where either through no fault of the police officer or through police officer negligence, someone does die due to the use of less lethal tools. So that is why that's why there's the emphasis on calling it less lethal and not non-lethal. Very broad, very, verbose but broad-stroked rationale behind that term usage. And by the way, vote Republican. Thank you for the gifted.
Again. And whether you're left, right, Democrat, Republican, whatever, everybody in the United States has a First Amendment right to peaceably assemble, protest, and speak their mind. And I think that's beautiful. One of the great many privileges of living in this great country. However, this round was designed for the assholes that forgot the peaceable part. This was designed as the proportional response to,
We saw this in practice in Rich's video about the riots, where they had tracked the LAPD officers under that overpass, and one of them decided to take it wasn't the M79, it was whatever version that they were carrying, and decided to bloop a less lethal riot round into someone's fucking head because they were throwing bricks and shit at them. We've seen these in practice.
Throwing rocks and hitting police horses. Will it kill you? Nah. Will it hurt?
Oh, no.
A lot.
And, well, that's the ever-loving point. Will it kill you? Potentially, yes, it could. Granted, the circumstances that would result in someone's death by getting struck by a riot round are outside the realm of normal use. At the extreme level, potentially, yes, this could. Realistically, with the standard usage of it, no, these rounds are not going to kill you. But again, there's always that 1 in a million, either oopsie-daisy or situation where it potentially could result in a fatality, unfortunately.
Lot. Stop resisting! Oh, man.
Nice. Not full penetration, but that's good. Ooh, hang on. Let me play it. Let me frame by frame that. Okay, so it strikes right there. And I'm thinking it's the pressure caused this blowout here. Ha-ha. But it didn't do full penetrate. It didn't do full penetration. Even if you get hit in the head, Anubis. Even if you get hit in the head, because again, Rich's video showcased the LAPD when they blooped a protester that was throwing rocks or something at them. They got blooped in the head, and they got a nice big old fucking knot on their head, but it didn't kill them. They just got a really giant fucking bruise right on their head. So yeah. And Raining Vibes, thank you for the follow.
So if I'm not mistaken, and I actually saw that right.
Distance is a factor.
Oh, yeah, totally. We caught the non-lethal round in the milk jug. So, I mean, that's a pretty good demonstration of power. Way less power than the practice round. I mean, not nearly enough power to kill you. Definitely enough power to discourage your current behavior, though. So moving on to the Hornets Nest round, our grand finale here. Showing you how it works real quick. We have the back that unthreads. This is what will be our firing pins for our 22 rounds. And this is where you load said 22 rounds. So it's about 15 rounds of 22 LR. Just load these in the back like so.
Holy shit.
Drop a few on the ground. Drop a few on the ground. That one's optional. So now we take this.
I wonder, is there rifling?
Put it back in the top there. And our back cap has a primer that we just thread this on.
No?
And now we have a live
I wonder how accurate they are then.
Hornets Nest round. And this is actually very scary. All right, so loading up the shotgun from hell. Not the bees! Oh man. Looks like we clipped the top of it.
Okay. Yeah, we need a better dead-on shot to see what it really does.
So it went a little high and right, because I was aiming right about here. Put that top right. You see all the different bullet holes from 22, and there's our fired 22 casings. It's gnarly. I was warned this thing shoots a little bit to the right, and I think I was slightly high. Luckily, it's reloadable. Let's give that another shot. Eli won't be standing there when we shoot this, by the way.
Are you
that camera's just there to give you a cool shot that looks kind of like this.
Nice. Oh, there we fucking go, baby. Oh my God.
More like it. Yep, that's the problem with it. Ain't got no gas.
Okay, Brandon, I wish you gave us more shots of that. I want to see that explosion again. Holy shit. Damn, that's nice.
That looked more like it. Yep, that's the problem with it. Ain't got no gas in it. This whole segment's a lot funnier if you know that Eli's horrifically lactose intolerant. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Thumper M79. This thing's wicked fucking cool. I've always wanted to show one of these off and add it to the collection, so I'm really glad to finally have one. We might revisit it one day if we can find somebody who can get their hands on some high explosive 40mm, but until then, it's just a fucking beautiful piece of history. And it will make a fine addition to my collection. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. We got some revamped range content coming up. I just want to say, I appreciate you guys, and as always, I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks. Imagine fucking direct impacting a deer just with a chalky. Whoop. Which is how it got. Fuck. Which is how it got its affectionate. Fuck.
Nympho? Affectionate nympho? Is that what you're
how
gonna say?
it got its nicknames, such as the Thumper or the Bloop. Please hold. Which is how it got its nicknames, because it sounds like this. Oh, that's not good.
Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring the video.
That was so much fun. Great! I want one. I actually want one of those so bad right now. that would be an excellent home defense tool, chat. Absolutely. I would love to have one of those for home defense.